We're going to go over how you can use ratio tables or equivalent ratios to solve problems. So this first problem says the students in Preston School signed up for a snowboard trip. 2 girls signed up for every 3 boys. That's the ratio. If 42 boys signed up, how many girls signed up? And you could find out how many signed up in total. So first we're going to try to find how many girls. So if you set up a ratio table like this, where you put the ratio of 2 girls to every 3 boys, we know that in total there's 42 boys, so we need to find out how many girls. So there's different ways of doing that. You could try to figure out what would I multiply 3 by to get 42. And I could multiply that same number by this. If that's too difficult though, you might be able to recognize, well, I could times this by 2. Just use a different one, times by 2, times by 2. I will get a 4 to 6 ratio. Maybe then you recognize, oh, I could times 6 by 7 to go straight from 6 to 42. So take 4, times it by 7, I would get 28. So there's 28 girls if there's 42 boys. You might have recognized that I could have gone straight from here and times by 14. And that would have worked too. To find that number, you could also gone 42 divided by 3 to see what the timesing factor would be. So there you have 28 girls, 42 boys, so you could add them together to find your total number of students. Okay, let's do another example. A bag of trail mix has 70 grams of raisins for every 30 grams of sunflower seeds. There are no other ingredients. In 500 grams total of trail mix, how many grams are raisins? So this one's a little bit different because it has a total column in it right here. So we have 70 raisins for every 30 sunflower seeds, and the total package is 500. So what we should do actually is add up these two ratios to see what the total of the ratio was. 70 plus 30 is 100. So that means in 100 total grams, 70 of them are raisins, 30 are sunflower seeds. To get a 500 gram package, I would times that by 5. So that means I'm going to times every part of the ratio by 5. This is going to be 150 grams. This is going to be 350 grams. So that's how I could use a 3-part ratio to solve a problem. Okay, here's another example. It takes 27 kilograms of milk to make 4 kilograms of butter. How much milk is needed to make 3 kilograms of butter? So let's set up a ratio table here. Let's put our milk, our butter. So 27 kilograms of milk to make 4 kilograms of butter. The question is, how much milk is needed to make 3 kilograms of butter? One way of doing this is to always make one of the ratios equal to 1. So I could divide by 4. So then this would become 1. 27 divided by 4 is a decimal, 6.75, but that's okay. Now I can go from 1 to 3 pretty easily by timesing by 3. So if I times this by 3, I would get 20.25. So it takes 20.25 kilograms of milk to make 3 kilograms of butter. Second question is, how much butter can you make from 540 kilograms of milk? So if I were just to extend my table here, if I have 540 kilograms of milk, my question is, how much butter can I make? Well, again, you could do it the same way we did it before, but if you recognize here, 27 and 54, 54 is double 27, so if I were to times 27 by 20, I would get 540. So I could times 4 by 20 and I would get 80 kilograms. Again, there's different ways of solving these problems. Let's say it takes 2 cans of pesticide for every 7 cans of water to kill the weeds. If you put a total of 45 cans of liquid in, how many should be water? So let's set up our table here. So we have pesticide, we have water, and we have total liquid. So if it takes 2 cans of pesticide for every 7 cans, I want to know if I have 45 total cans of liquid in there, then how much should be water? So if I look at my ratio, I'm going to add up my ratio to find a total in my ratio here. So 2 cans of pesticide and 7 cans of water make 9 cans of liquid in total. Now I can see if I'm trying to go from 9 to 45, I could times it by 5. So that means I would times this by 5, times this by 5. I would get 10, 35. So I have 35 cans of water. So that's using ratio tables to help solve problems. You can try this one really quick on your own. I will give you the solution in a second. So you have 50 students snowboarding. So you have snowboard, you have skiing, so 50 students snowboard. The ratio of students who skied to snowboard was 3 to 2. So I'm actually going to put this 50 over here. 3 to 2. So ski to snowboard set it, so it would be 3 to 2. So I need to see how many students went on the whole trip and how many skied. I'm going to start by finding how many went on the whole, how many skied. So 2 times what would give me 50? Well, it would be 2 times 25. So I could times this by 25. I would get 75. Add them up to see who got the total number of students. So that would be 125 students.